Hello and welcome to the Les Paris podcast. Today's episode is 245. Yesterday in episode 244, I talked about caffeine. And today in episode 245, I'm going to talk about souvenirs. Souvenirs. Let's talk about souvenirs today. Although really, I want to talk about traveling in the wider sense. When I started thinking about souvenirs, I thought, I get souvenirs when I go traveling. Okay, so this is really kind of about traveling. Okay, now a souvenir is something you buy so that after you're done traveling and you go home, you can remember that beautiful, wonderful trip. Okay, that's what souvenir means. It comes from French, meaning remember. So when you see that thing, whether it be a photograph or a bag or a keychain, you see that thing and it reminds you about your wonderful trip to, well, wherever it was that you went. Now, I sort of became sensitive to traveling when I was living in Africa. And I thought, gee, we're tromping around and we're doing all sorts of things that may not be good for the country or the people or the planet. And then I found this nice little quote. It said, take nothing but photographs, leave nothing but footprints. So what they're saying is a lot of people would go and take plants or rocks or maybe even fossils that they found in the place. And of course, if everybody took something away, eventually a lot of it would be missing and it wouldn't be nice for the next people to come along. There's no preservation. The other was they would leave their garbage. They'd eat something and throw the garbage by the trail. Okay, or in the street. So don't do that. Leave nothing but footprints. So wherever you step, you leave a footprint. And if that's the biggest thing you leave, that's probably good. So, in fact, I took it even further. I try not to take photographs. I try and remember my trip as best I can. And I revisit my memories to make them sharper and clearer. That helps my memory. After all, who wants to take a trip and forget about it, right? I'm not on the trip for that moment. I want to remember that trip. So I have my memories. Anyway, as a result, I don't buy many souvenirs. But souvenirs are a nice thing to bring back for other people if you're in the gift-giving mode. So go and get some thoughtful souvenirs that hopefully don't harm the planet. Take care and have fun traveling. Well, thanks for listening through to the end of episode 245 of the Les Paris podcast. Today, episode 245 was about souvenirs. Please be sure to extend your listening practice tomorrow. Come again and listen to episode 246, which is about traveling.